So you think you can survive a volcanic eruption? Can you breathe crushed rock? In the 24 hours that Mount Vesuvius erupted, scientists estimate it released the equivalent of 100,000 Hiroshima-sized atom bombs. A pyroclastic flow can form during the eruption of a volcano. The flow is composed of superheated poisonous gases, pulverized rock, pumice, and ash. The pyroclastic flow that came down onto Pompeii from Mount Vesuvius, traveling at over 400 miles an hour, was well over 1,000 degrees Fahrenheit. So as the pyroclastic flow poured over a victim, every drop of fluid in that person's body instantaneously burst into steam.
All right, picture this. A city buzzing with life, then suddenly, everything stops. Imagine the hustle and bustle, the noise, the energy, and then in an instant, silence. Like someone hit the pause button on an entire civilization. Markets are packed, people are whispering sweet nothings, kids are running around, you get the picture. It's a snapshot of daily life, frozen forever. Now, bury it all under a mountain of volcanic ash. That's Pompeii, my friends. A city caught in a tragic moment, a Roman city full of life and laughter until Mount Vesuvius decided to spice things up. The eruption was sudden and catastrophic. Today, Pompeii is a spooky reminder that nature always wins and, well, life is short. It's a hauntingly beautiful place. It's like a time capsule, giving us a peek into the past almost 2,000 years ago. The preservation is astonishing. So come on, let's dive in and uncover Pompeii's secrets. There's so much to explore and learn. This city's story took a dramatic turn in 79 AD. A massive eruption turned Pompeii from a bustling city into a ghost town. The transformation was both swift and devastating. But here's the twist, that eruption also saved it. The ash acted as a protective blanket. Under all that ash, Pompeii took a nap, its secrets tucked away, hidden from the world for centuries, and boy does it have stories to tell. Stories that have been waiting to be discovered. Stories of love, heartbreak, and just regular folks going about their day, all frozen in time. It's a window into their world. Come along with me as we rewind back to Pompeii, solve its mysteries, and meet the people who called this place home. Their lives, their dreams, and their stories await us. It all started on a regular summer day. The sun was shining on Pompeii, casting shadows over the busy streets. But up above, Mount Vesuvius was taking a nap, hiding its true power. Then, boom, it woke up. With a roar that shook the ground, Vesuvius erupted, spitting out a deadly cloud of ash and hot rocks. Imagine the fear in Pompeii as the sky turned black and the air filled with ash. Buildings shook and crumbled under the weight of the ash. The streets became rivers of hot ash and gas, called pyroclastic flows. People who could run, ran for their lives, their screams drowned out by the volcano. But for many, there was no escape. Pompeii, once a lively Roman city, was now a graveyard, buried under Vesuvius's anger. Pompeii isn't just about stones and ash, it's a window into a world frozen in time. It's about the people who lived and died there, their daily lives, their hopes and their fears. Their stories are imprinted in the ruins, waiting to be discovered, and nothing tells their story better than the body casts. These aren't statues, folks. These are the last moments of Pompeii's people, preserved in heartbreaking detail, capturing their final acts. When the volcano erupted, many people looked for shelter, huddled together, hoping to survive. Their final breaths captured in the hardening ash, a moment of terror frozen forever. Hundreds of years later, clever archaeologists poured plaster into the spaces left by the decayed bodies, revealing their forms. The result? Eerie, lifelike figures frozen in time, giving us a glimpse into their final moments. We see a mother holding her child, a poignant image of love and despair. A baker still clutching his bread, a symbol of daily life interrupted. A dog straining on its leash, a faithful companion caught in the chaos. Each cast tells a story, a silent reminder of the human cost of that terrible day. And there's more. Forensic scientists can tell us even more, delving deeper into the past. Bones whisper secrets about their lives, their diets, their daily struggles, even the diseases they had, painting a fuller picture of their existence. Pompeii isn't just an old city, it's a time capsule full of clues waiting to be uncovered. Pompeii 2.0 New discoveries, new perspectives. Think you know everything about Pompeii? Think again. Even after all these years, this buried city still has surprises up its sleeve. New digs are constantly uncovering hidden parts of Pompeii, showing us more about its people and their way of life. We're talking entire houses, shops, even gardens perfectly preserved. It's like Pompeii is coming back to life, one piece at a time. And forget about just shovels and brushes. We've got high-tech gadgets now, like ground-penetrating radar and 3D scanners, changing the way we understand Pompeii. We can peek under the ground without disturbing anything, creating virtual models and uncovering secrets hidden for centuries. Pompeii teaches us that archaeology isn't just about the past. It's about using today's technology to understand the past in ways we never thought possible. Pompeii versus Selinunte, a tale of two cities. Pompeii wasn't the only ancient city to have a dramatic ending. Let's talk about Selinunte, a Greek city in Sicily. Its story is different but just as fascinating. Destroyed by the Carthaginians in 409 BC, Selinunte, like Pompeii, gives us a glimpse into a lost world. When we compare these two cities, we see how different cultures designed their cities, their buildings, and even lived their daily lives. Pompeii had fancy houses and public baths, while Selinunte had massive temples and strong walls. Both cities teach us about ancient economies, religions, and social structures. By studying them together, we get a bigger, better understanding of the ancient world. It's like having two puzzle pieces that, when you put them together, reveal a more complete picture. When the earth trembled, earthquakes, and Pompeii's downfall. Yeah, Vesuvius gets all the credit or blame for Pompeii's destruction, but it wasn't a one-man show. Earthquakes were a big part of the story too. In the years before the eruption, earthquakes shook Pompeii regularly. And we're not talking about little tremors. Some were strong enough to damage buildings, leaving cracks in walls and foundations. Can you imagine the stress of living with constant earthquakes, knowing that Vesuvius was just waiting to blow its top? The eruption might have been the final straw, but the earthquake softened Pompeii up, making it vulnerable to the volcano's power. It's a reminder that natural disasters rarely happen alone. Life in the shadow of the volcano, a glimpse into Pompeii's past. Before the eruption, Pompeii wasn't just a future archaeological dig, it was a vibrant city, teeming with life and activity. It was a bustling city, full of hopes, dreams, and the everyday stuff of life. The streets were alive with merchants selling their wares, children playing, and citizens going about their daily routines. Walk down its streets today and you can almost hear the echoes of the past. The baker kneading dough, the blacksmith hammering metal, the sounds of a city that never truly sleeps, the gossip in the marketplace, the laughter of friends meeting for a meal. We see signs of their lives everywhere. From the smallest trinkets to grand statues, each artifact tells a story. From the ruts in the roads made by carts to the graffiti on the walls, Pompeii's past whispers to us. These marks are the imprints of a once thriving society. We find shops filled with goods, houses decorated with frescoes, and even political slogans painted on walls. Each corner of Pompeii holds a piece of history. It's a reminder that Pompeii wasn't just a place, it was a community, a tapestry of lives woven together, a city where every individual had a role to play. And for a short time, we get to step back in time and experience it, to walk where they walked, to see what they saw, and to feel a connection to a world long gone.